The guy who started Adpocalypse 2 has finally apologized. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Phil Scream, and this is Shop from the Point News. Some of you might remember me from the old Get to the Point days, but basically I am back to help Tommy cover more stories and push out more content on this channel, so let's get into it. Matt Watson, aka Matt What It Is, posted a lengthy apology in the community tab of his YouTube channel. What is he apologizing for? Well, it all started with this video here. YouTube is facilitating the sexual exploitation of children, and it's being monetized. He uploaded this in early 2019. I won't go over too many details. If you wanted a complete story from beginning to end, I would recommend the Right Opinions video on this. He covers it very thoroughly. Basically, Matt uncovered a lot of pedophiles uploading content to YouTube, purposely showing kids in compromising positions. There were also pedophiles commenting on videos that the kids uploaded themselves, and if you clicked on one of these videos, YouTube would recommend more of these types of videos. So the reaction from YouTube after this video was actually very quick. They did take action. They did take down a lot of these accounts that were re-uploading the kids' videos, and even to this day, there is still fallout. As you can see here, Family Fun Vlogs has their comments turned off. The LeBrant fam has their comments turned off. Basically, if you have children in your video, comments will be disabled. And to kind of summarize the problem with that, I will play a clip from Willie Mack's video.
Remember Matt Watson? He started a campaign in 2019 to stop pedophiles from watching videos with kids in it, and he won. But all that's led to is a bunch of family vlogging channels getting their comments forced off by YouTube. Cause if you can't see the pedophiles in the comments, it must mean they're not there. Well, this is social media. If people aren't commenting, that's less engagement, less shares, less recommendations, less views, less money. And that's a regulation that had some good intentions, but does it actually stop pedophiles from watching these videos? No. Are the children any safer than they were before? No. All it's done is affected the family business in a negative way and taken away their money. We can't bubble wrap the world, not without losing every piece of individuality, edge, and weirdness on this website, and that's what I value. Don't take that from me. We've already lost so much.
I couldn't have said it much better. So basically, the campaign this guy went on, it wasn't just this video. He continued to do a bunch of live streams that are still uploaded to his channel. He really went after the advertisers, and that's where a lot of people were criticizing him for not trying to actually improve the platform, just to punish the platform. Take advertising money away from YouTube, thus taking advertising money away from the creators. So let's get into his apology. He addresses these exact same criticisms I just brought up. I think wanting to talk about and eradicate that whole wormhole was a good thing, but my strategy of going after the advertisers was probably not. Given that it did fuck over a lot of people in the process, it was a stupid thing to do. I was selfish because it wasn't going to affect me monetarily, so I didn't care that it would affect them monetarily. I accused them of being selfish when in fact I was the one being selfish, and I should have listened to them. I'm sorry. Another criticism was that he was doing a lot of acting in this initial video. He was very emotional, and it got a lot of people riled up. He succeeded in that regard, and that was another criticism he addressed here. I felt I had to amplify my anger to convey the feeling I had when I initially discovered how deep that rabbit hole went. The video went viral, and when I saw that people seemed to feel the same way, I got super excited and did follow-up streams to keep the momentum going. I think this was probably the most eye-opening part of his apology. It was in those streams that it became apparent that I didn't really think about what it was I wanted to do or exactly why the strategy I chose was right. A lot of YouTubers pointed this out, and as hard as it was to admit, they were right. In particular, The Right Opinion did a good video, as I already mentioned, and I just think that that was a very difficult thing to admit as a human being. You know, he has had a negative impact on the platform, has affected a lot of people, and he's not making excuses for it, and he's telling it like it is. And just to give you an example, which I'll play a clip from The Right Opinion, I mean, this is what this guy was a year ago, just to give you an example of how far he's come.
At the end of all this, he posted an unapologetic Reddit response which affirmed his status as a YouTube martyr who's too good for the internet plebs. It was more of the melodramatic content that I'd expect from him, as well as an outro ramble about Keemstar and his evil ways. I could break this down, but I think it's quite clear now he's just a bit clueless.
So that just goes to show you how much this guy has changed. You can say that it took him too long to figure that out, but sometimes you need time to really reflect, and I have to give him a thumbs up on this apology. And this next part is where he addresses the comedy, quote-unquote comedy sketches, specifically the one where he was driving past a girl walking down the street. And I'll play that clip really quick.
Hi. Are you interested in shooting an adult video?
So obviously very creepy and inappropriate, and he made that girl very uncomfortable. His response to that back in 2019 was that the girl was a woman. She was above 18. It doesn't appear that there's any possible way to verify that. I think he was just guessing, lying to himself, lying to his audience, whatever. And he sort of owns up to that in this part of the apology. So in that clip in question, it was a stupid thing to film because I don't know who that girl was. So there you kind of see he never knew whether or not she was 18. I think she was probably under 18. I can't say that for sure. Neither does anyone online, but all I can do is take responsibility for my part. That's it. I should be smarter, learn my lesson, and pay the price for it. I think that's a fair apology. This is the only part where he plays the victim. And a lot of YouTubers' apologies, where they go wrong is they make excuses and they play the victim. So he kind of does that here. Not too bad, though. And by pay the price, I mean watching the narrative go from, yo, that guy has a clip of him asking some girl who in our eyes is a kid, do you want to be in an adult video? To, yo, this guy was driving around town molesting kids in his car. And he links to a comment to prove that people were accusing him of being a predator. I don't think he's a predator. I think that criticism goes way too far. But nonetheless, he shows it. And it is kind of victimizing himself. So if there is a problem with the apology, that would be it. I just don't think it's that big of a deal because of how much he owns up to overall. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.